Barcelona stands at a crossroads. A 20-year-old La Masia winger, once fast-tracked into the first-team orbit, now faces a make-or-break stretch that could determine whether he stays a Barca asset or becomes another lost prospect. Fresh off shoulder rehab, he's training with the reserves but eyeing a path back to senior football, a path crowded by established names and rising stars. Offers from higher-tier Spanish clubs and teams abroad are waiting in the wings while the club weighs a loan versus retention. Over the coming weeks, choices by the player, his representatives, and Barcelona could either preserve a homegrown dream or send it out the door for good. The dilemma is as simple as it is painful for clubs that pride themselves on developing talent. Give a promising young player time to grow within the club's ecosystem, or loan him out so he can play at a higher level immediately. For this winger, the answer is complicated by recent injury, squad dynamics, and personal ambition. He returned to group training with Barça Athletic, determined to rebuild sharpness and confidence, but the window for meaningful minutes in La Liga is narrow. The senior team's attacking slots are congested. Competition is fierce from fellow youngsters already ahead in the pecking order and from established options the coach trusts. When a player hits the age where reserve football no longer feels like development but rather a stall, both club and players start asking uncomfortable questions about long-term prospects. From Barcelona's perspective, the calculus is pragmatic. Keep him close, integrate him slowly, and hope he matures into a reliable first-team contributor, or risk losing him permanently if he grows impatient. From the player's side, the logic is urgent and personal. At 20, match minutes equal progress. Offers from Segunda División teams and foreign clubs promise regular competitive action, a stage to showcase recovery from injury, and the chance to build a resume that could either force Barcelona's hand later or become a permanent new home. His agent, who maintains active lines of communication with the club, will be central to any agreement. Negotiations in the next weeks must balance the player's desire for upward momentum with Barca's interest in protecting homegrown assets. There's also a human element beneath the transfer market buzz. Recovering from shoulder surgery is not only a physical challenge, but a mental one. Regaining confidence in duels, re-establishing rhythm, and trusting the body under pressure all take time. The reserve coach wants him firing on all cylinders for a promotion push. The first-team staff wants a fully fit, dependable option when called upon. Meanwhile, the player's clock ticks. At this stage of his career, he faces the classic fork many academy graduates meet: patience within a historic club or the immediate test of senior football elsewhere. Each route carries risk. A poorly chosen loan can stunt growth. A premature permanent move severs the developmental thread Barcelona hopes to maintain. The coming weeks will likely produce one of three outcomes: a calculated loan to a club where he's guaranteed minutes, a decision to retain him within the reserve setup while keeping him close to the first-team environment, or a permanent transfer if an offer both attractive to the player and acceptable to Barcelona arrives. All are plausible, and each would send a distinct message about how Barca values its pathway product. Opting for the loan would be pragmatic, preserve contractual ties while accelerating his development. Keeping him could be a vote of confidence in the club's long-term plan. Letting him go would be a public sign that internal competition trumped the club's commitment to nurturing every homegrown prospect. For viewers who follow Barcelona's academy with patriotic intensity, this is about more than one player's future. It's a test of the club's identity and a reminder that talent pipelines are fragile. Even gifted youngsters can see their trajectories altered by injuries, squad congestion, and time. In the end, the right solution will be the one that best serves the player's growth and the club's strategic needs, but the risk is real. A misstep in the next few weeks could convert potential into regret. Fans will be watching closely, hoping the club chooses wisely, because the difference between a loan that refines a star and a transfer that erases a homegrown name can define careers, and in small but meaningful ways, the future of Barcelona itself.